from the Back Pain Secret podcast, and today we're going to talk about how to take sciatica risks. How to take sciatica risks. I'm going to play the intro song. I'll be right back, guys.
So, here's the important question. How can back pain sufferers like us, who don't want to use prescription drugs or go through surgery, heal our back pain? How do we live our daily lives in a way that allows us to go to work, take care of our families, enjoy life, and still manage our back pain? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answer. My name is Robin Wakeham, and welcome to Back Pain Secrets.
Okay, guys, I'm back, and today's topic is how to take sciatica risks. Okay, it's kind of a strange title, I know, but that's what we're going to talk about. Okay, as always, I have a patient story, and it's a made-up name, of course, to protect the innocent. We can call this lady Elizabeth. She's about 4 years old. She's been dating for 2 years, and she's been suffering from back pain and sciatica for about four years with sciatica, and the back pain has been off and on for many years. She can really give me a specific number of years for that, you know. And we meet Elizabeth, you can see she's a very neat person, you know. She likes everything in a specific place. She likes everything to be just perfect, right? So she was telling me her desk at work is like everything's perfectly laid out. Her home is in perfect order, you know, or her finances are in perfect order, and everything is like balanced in her life. Okay, she doesn't like any stuff that's not orderly. Okay, so internally she had this very strong feeling that she wanted to become a mom. Okay, and she was 40, and she knew that a few people she actually knew had become mothers when they were between 35 to 40. Okay, but she was now, she really wanted this to become a mom, but she had this sciatica and she had this back pain she was worrying about, you know, if she was thinking about, you know, was going to be able to become a mom and have all of this carry all this extra weight on, and she was suffering from the back pain and sciatica. Okay, so she just ended, like a few years back, she ended up a relationship with this musician that she was really in love with, actually, but he was like a free spirit, and he was kind of messy. He was all over the place. He was working like different hours. It was during nighttime and stuff, so it didn't really work out. Okay, so she had some scars from that relationship as well, and she didn't really. Also, she knew the way she was, you know, she didn't like it was messy, and she actually thought, you know, and she felt bad because she had these thoughts, you know, but having a kid is going to mess up like her life a bit, you know. It's going to be messy. She's not going to have this order and predictability in her life anymore, you know, and that scared her. So she came for a few visits, and we did the usual stuff, you know, with the walking every morning. She was standing up, and she was doing like some core stability exercises, and we looked at that. Okay, so I didn't see her for like 6 months or something like that, but then she came back, and she was telling me that the pain had actually increased now quite a bit from her lower back and her buttocks and down her leg. And she was also telling me after a while that Dan, this new man that she'd been dating for 2 years, he was also like getting up to his 40s here. He wanted kids. Okay, so they had these big discussions about if they were going to have kids or not. And she was trying to explain to him, you know, that her pain in her lower back and buttocks was constant, and if she got pregnant, getting all the extra weight was actually increased that pain. It was not. She didn't really feel. She didn't want to take the risk of not her body being able to handle that extra weight. Okay, so they had this discussion back and forth, you know, all the time, and it was more or less. It seemed like there was something that could be break up about. Okay, so she was really stressed about that, you know, and she basically didn't really want to take a risk having the kid because the back pain and the sciatica pain was so bad, and also she didn't want this messy lifestyle. Okay, so we had a chat about this, you know, and it was hard, you know. I told her, you know, I don't have all the answers for this, you know. I still think about all these things when I need to do something new, but taking risks is basically a way to evolve, I was telling her, you know. And I mean, Elizabeth, you're not really doing something really strange. There's a lot of people out there that have back pain and that have sciatica, and that also are in their 40s and they're actually having kids, okay? So, I mean, it's not like you're going to the moon or anything like that, you know, but it is, maybe you're like, you need to have your kid in a few years' times, but it's not like you're doing something super strange, okay? So think about that, okay? And also with the marriage stuff, because she was quite Christian, Elizabeth, and she was telling me, you know, when I'm not even married, and I don't want to have my kid if I'm not married. But I told her, you know, you have time. You're not even pregnant now, so you can actually get married before all of this happens, okay? You just need to make a plan for that, okay? And I told her, you know, that basically when you take risks, not all risks are rewarded here in life, okay? Sometimes it doesn't check out, okay? But if you stagnate and you don't do anything at all, you know, you're not taking any risks, okay? You're not going to be rewarded for that either, you know? So at least you're making your life a bit more interesting, and you have the potential to succeed and get some rewards from it, okay? So that's the way I think about risks, okay? And also, number two, you know, I was telling her that taking risks always, anyone that is taking risks, you need to move yourself. You're going to feel uncomfortable for a while, okay, when you get out of your comfort zone, and that's totally normal, okay? And it could create more stress in your life. You might feel even more back pain, more stress, more irritation, and all of that, you know, a few sleepless nights, okay? But you need to work through that, you know. And most of the times, and this is when I come into like the third thing, actually, it's like, what's the worst thing that could happen? This is probably the thing that I use the most whenever I'm trying to do something and I'm a bit nervous about taking the risk. I like to sit down, I get a piece of paper, and I write down all the worst case scenarios, okay? What's like the worst thing that could happen if I do this, okay? I write those down, and then I like, on the, right to the, underneath it, I put like a plan, what I should do if the worst thing happens, okay? And usually, you know, when you really look at it, most things that you think will happen never happens. There is like statistics about this, you know, out there. It's like 90% of the things that you go around worry about never really actually happen, okay? So it's a good thing to just sit down and get a piece of paper and write down the stuff that you're afraid that's going to happen, and see if you can, like, before it even happens, make a plan for what you should do if it happens, okay? And that will actually make it easier for you to take the risk and do what you need to know. You know you need to do this, right? But you feel this discomfort. You're not really want taking the risks. So it prevents you from doing a lot of things. And the bad thing with that is that once you start to let those feelings take over, that you're not trying new things, you're not comfortable taking risks, you're just saying no to everything, okay? Your life really becomes quite boring, and you don't really have anything to look forward to, okay? So I told Elizabeth, you know, having the kid or not, you know, that has to be up to you, okay? I can't make that decision, but I want you to make sure that you're making it, though, that decision not based on fear, okay? That, like, you understand that everyone that is having a kid or have back pain or sciatica, everyone is feeling some sort of scared or feel fear. And when you're trying new things, it's usually you feel like something risky is going to happen, and you just need to have strategies to work through that, okay? That's basically what I was telling her, you know. So this is a short one today, guys, but sometimes short and sweet, you know, and it's all about risk, okay? If you're out there and you're thinking about like doing something new in your life, maybe changing your job, getting into a new relationship, buying a house, an apartment, something like that, you know, everything that you do in life involves risks. And it's really important to understand that whenever you do stuff like that, everyone feels that, you know, and it's normal. So get a piece of paper and put down all the bad stuff that you think could happen, and make a plan underneath for all the bad stuff. And if you're okay with that, that you see, well, if this happens, I actually have a plan to do that, and I'm going to be okay, then just go out and do it, okay? That's my recommendation for today. Okay, guys, take care. And guys, remember, you're just one step away from healing your back pain. Bye-bye.
Want more back pain secrets? Then go ahead and get your free copy of my best-selling book, Back Pain Secrets, at backpainsecrets.com. Inside this book, you will find my top secrets to healing your back pain without prescription drugs or surgery that have helped thousands of other people just like you.